Agricultural Canada is very much on this issue. We need to continue to stay vigilant because of the large disruptions across many different sectors in our country, including obviously agriculture.
The Prime Minister says there's no risk to Canada's supply chain, but major buyers like McDonald's of Canada are now turning to U.S. suppliers to secure their beef. U.S. President Donald Trump confident in the American system despite a string of COVID outbreaks among American meatpacking workers.
There's plenty of supply. There's plenty of, as you know, there's plenty of supply. It's distribution, and we will probably have that today solved. It was a very unique circumstance because of liability.
The U.S. president ordering meatpacking plants to stay open in the U.S. despite deaths among workers at plants in South Dakota, Washington State, and Colorado. This comes as the wholesale price of beef rises and grocers warn of a potential meat shortage. Here at home, Cargill's High River, Alberta plant has temporarily closed after one worker died of coronavirus, while a JBS plant also in Alberta has reduced operations.
There's an outbreak in a plant with, a number of COVID positive cases. Then it's our opinion that a 2-week shutdown would allow that incubation period to determine who's positive and who's not positive for the plants to be able to open, and with greater certainty if the folks that are going back into that workplace are negative COVID-19.
The Agriculture Union represents Canada's food inspectors and says there needs to be closures after plant workers test positive, but Alberta beef producers say they're confident the supply chain won't see disruptions in getting food to market despite the changes.
So what we're seeing in the plants that are operating now, they've made extensive changes within their plants in terms of creating more and better separation between the workers. They're adjusting their processing lines to do it. So the food industry has always been resilient, and the agriculture industry is resilient, and I think they'll make adjustments, and so I think they will be able to maintain.
Now there is the question of what will happen to those cattle previously destined for slaughter. Those two plants mentioned represent close to 70% of Alberta's meatpacking capacity, and we've already seen crops like potatoes go to waste as the supply chain adjusts. But Alberta's cattle farmers say they'll just keep feeding their herds until the supply chain finds a new normal. In Ottawa, Xiaoli Li, City News.